Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Corey Spurlock. I'm a Colorado native. I'm about to turn 32, and I think I finally know what I want to do with my life. But that's not why I'm here today. I'm here to share the spoken word, or if you will, slam poetry, my slam poetry. But for those not in the know, what is slam poetry? Well, simply put, it's poetry with a theatrical twist. It can be politically conscious, socially conscious. It could be protest. It could be activist. It could be community aware, self-aware. It could be happy, sad, funny, mad. It can be ridiculous. It can be ambiguous. It could be logical. It could be whimsical. It can be spot on, or it can be completely off topic. It can be competitive, or it could be nonprofit. It could be audience members snapping their fingers when they agree with what a poet has to say, and I invite all of you to partake in that tradition today. Can everybody snap their fingers? If you like what you're hearing from me, do that. To me, slam poetry is an opportunity to exchange ideas and opinions. It gives us the chance to share perspectives and experience. At its base, it's human expression, and as such, it presents a unique opportunity for all of us to grow and learn. Learning. Whether you like it or not, learning is a part of life. And life has a tendency to favor those who learn and learn well, and life has a tendency of difficulty for those who refuse to do so. Now, learning begins the exact moment that we still our very first breath. We open our eyes and we begin to recognize the faces of our loved ones, and we begin to learn the meaning behind their expressions. We hear their voices and we begin to learn their inflections. We feel their touch and we begin to learn their intentions. We learn to wiggle, we learn to crawl, we learn to stand, and only then do we learn how to walk. We learn how to squawk, we learn how to babble, we learn how to scream, we learn how to sing, and only then do we learn how to talk. We learn how to scribble, we learn how to color, we learn how to draw, and then we learn how to write. Life is learning. But life takes an unexpected turn when we enter our formal education. School teaches us reading, writing, math, science, and for the schools that still have the funding behind them, music and the arts. But make no mistake, school is also a place that we send children to be raised by other children. Beyond education and discipline, we learn how to socialize and make friends, but unfortunately for some of us, it's also a place that we learn the meaning of the words like lonely and bully and villain. School, for all its intents and purposes, all its glory, all its accolades, is still a place that many of us will learn what it is to struggle. Then as bumbling, hormonal, unworldly teenagers, we're expected to choose our life's direction. Wait, what? I'm sorry, folks. That just seems like an absurd amount of responsibility and pressure to place on the shoulders of adolescents who have so little experience. Serious. More often than not, you can't rent a car until you turn 25, but banks can prey on your financial future through predatory student loans? I feel it in my bones that it is a tragedy of our times that we have unsure young adults who are drowning in debt before they have yet to graduate to a 9-to-5. When the first 18 years of your life is dedicated to indoctrination, you're either lucky, well-guided, or very strong of will to know what you want out of life at 18 living in this nation. And let me be honest about my assessment of this situation. The poor population is seldom presented the same opportunities as the well-to-do when it comes to a proper education. Face it, this great land of opportunity has a habit of systematic oppression that borders on hierarchical classism that's further exacerbated by institutionalized racism. But I digress. Because even though the system may be broken, the dream is still open and available to those who would pursue it. I wanted to make music because I love music. So I learned how to play instruments, program beats, write songs, and nowadays I do it. I wanted to make jewelry because I have a slight mineral obsession. That endeavor started a couple years ago, and now I'm selling my pieces to other people's collections. I wanted to become a poet because poetry helps us make connections. And here I am on this stage today taking steps in the right direction. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you and guarantee your success through perseverance and hard work alone. But if you reach for your passions with love and dedication, you'll at least learn what it means to grow. It's better to find out you couldn't than to never find out at all. And if life truly is learning, then experience is the goal. Experience is the teacher. Love and passion is the fuel. Discipline and dedication are the keys turning the engine, creating something new. And it all comes down to you learning who and what you are. You ain't gotta be a movie star. I'm just saying you should probably learn who you are, because far too often is it that individuals are ushered into this make money and die lifestyle of consumerism. And sometimes it's seemingly too late to switch past if you decide you want something different. As a result, we have unhappy adults maintaining unfulfilling careers in the name of paying bills, just wasting away their years. Doctors prescribe them depression pills, white knuckles on steering wheels, pedal to the metal on a limited gas tank, just wishing that their retirement was here. And some of us, we feel stuck because we need that employee health insurance, or we got to pay the rent and the mortgage. All of a sudden, health and home's a burden. I, for one, am certain that it is a tragedy of our times that freedom costs a 9 to 5, and that same 9 to 5 can cost us our economic freedom. But again, I digress. Because I believe in the right to choose. You'll never lose if you never fight, but please never fight to lose. This is the only life you get. There's more to it than paying dues. Every single person in this room has a dream, and I sincerely hope that you're making moves. We landed on the moon out of sheer curiosity, but somehow we still have people who won't try a new coffee shop across the street because fear of bad experience. And it's that same self-defecating monstrosity that keeps so many people from perceiving what they actually want to be. It's fear of the unknown. I say be brave. Write the book. Submit the poem. Perform the song. Ask them out. Let down your guard. Fall in love. Get the degree. Pick up a scalpel. Save the life. Pick up the phone. Apologize and make it right. Make a discovery. Support your claim. Present your evidence. I don't know. Get a weird spray tan. Run a campaign. You just might become president. For real though, life may be easier when you do exactly as you're told, but to relinquish your freedom, your sense of self-control, possibly your happiness, your consciousness, decisions just to exist in a system that would sooner kill itself than care if you were dead, in my personal opinion, isn't a life lived at all. That's a self-imposed prison. Listen, Linda, every choice you make takes away a choice that you could have made. You can't breathe oxygen when you're drinking water. You can't soak up the sun when you're in the shade. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't play the game when you're getting played. You can't hate when you truly love, and you can't love if you truly hate. So every decision that you make sure that it has you in mind and that this choice is yours. We are the result of 3.8 billion years of evolution, and we are quite possibly the most diverse and complex diversity generators that this planet has ever seen. And we're ruled by conformity and forces, both spoken and unspoken. But we're still Mother Nature's dream. We are still her fingertips, poking and prodding into the great unknown. Your personal debt for existing gets paid little by little every time that you learn and you grow. And your community needs it. Your species needs it. Your planet needs that. Go ahead and ask, how much can I get? But it's more important to find out how much you can give, how much you can build, how much you can live, and what you're willing to leave behind for future generations. So by all means, please, keep going, keep growing, keep moving forward. Keep loving. Stay dedicated to your passions. And most importantly, stay learning about yourself and the world around you and sharing that experience. Because in the end, A life spent learning and teaching and sharing is a life well lived. And well, life is learning. Thank you.